Maybe I'll just write this here. Hey, how's everybody doing? We're on the trailer again. I'm just trying. I'm working on a setup for Sunday. And of all things that I don't have is a writing utensil. Thought I had one up here, and I think it got stolen, taken captive, whatever term you want to use. Found one, hopefully it writes. Let's see. Hey, it writes. Spectacular. So that's the first step in the madness. Alright, so I just got back. I got another 5 gallons of race fuel, which as of right now. Hi Ashley, how are you? Thank you for checking in. I'm a little disheveled today. Just a lot of things going on. I was trying. It's kind of like, and I'm not, by no means am I belittling anybody. Hi Nicole. I'm not belittling anybody with what I'm about to say, because everybody has things going on in their life. Their plates are full or half full or stuff going on. Hi Wendy, thanks for checking in. But I am going to say this, and maybe you guys identify with this too. With everything going on, I have a full weekend coming up. Event. Hi Jess, thanks for checking in. I have something Saturday, and I'm working on this deal here for Sunday, and there's a lot of prep work that goes into making something like this, I guess, successful. But in the meantime, there's a whole lot of other things. Life is happening. So I kind of liken it to you're like a bull rider, and you're on this bull, and that sucker's just spinning around, and you're trying to keep your bearings so you stay on the bull. That's kind of how I feel right now with everything going on. So I have a little bit of time here. So what I'm going to do is I have a logbook. One that I actually never wrote in yet. I can't find the ones that I used. I don't know if they got thrown out, misplaced. I don't know. So instead of me ripping my hair out to look for it, I found this one. So I'm going to use this one. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and fill that out. Let's see here. Rear end is 456. So now I got thank you, Jess. Just got home from work. Awesome. Well, hopefully you have a relaxing evening. Thank you. The car, yes. I'm okay. I'm going to brag a little bit on my car. Sorry. I hope that doesn't make me a shallow person. But that's just the front. I'll have to show the rest. You know what? If Sunday, I'm going to try and see if I can fit a live in the whole deal Sunday. Not bad for a 94 model year for basically I bought this car off of somebody back in 1997, and I've had the car since. It's been a dedicated track car only for since what 90. Well, no, not 90. What the hell am I talking about? Eric, you're talking dumb. 2004. It's been strictly a drag car. It was like I before that I would run cheater slicks at the track, and then I could put the other tires on and drive the car on the road because it was still, somewhat legal. But now it's nothing but a race car now. So this is its home, is inside the trailer. And hopefully soon we're looking to buy a house, and hopefully I can finally have a shop where I can have this inside and have area to work on it, do setups, do preventive maintenance, that kind of thing, and also have enough room to have a work area, a body and painting area, a fabrication area, and a spot for the Corvette. So that's one of the other things that's on my plate. When I was referring earlier as to being like riding, like a rodeo riding, a bull rider in a rodeo. That's one of the things too that's on my plate. So I appreciate you guys. Uh, I tried it on Jess. Yes, I tried it on Tuesday. It was so blasted hot. I think I offended people because the heat got to me and I started using foul language. And I didn't mean to offend anybody. I was just so hot and uncomfortable, and I was really second guessing my decision to do it out here. So as of right now, I mean there's a storm coming. So for now, I have the back door open and I have the side curb door open to get some ventilation in here. So um, I'm hoping maybe if I can do more from here, and then hopefully soon, if we're able to find a house. Yeah, it does. I'm sorry, Jess. Especially me. I have to watch with the heat. But yeah, I've physically I can do it better. I think deal with it better. I think mentally I'm having more of a challenge with just the frustration of being in the heat and uncomfortable. So, um, but I forget now where I was. Oh, hopefully with if we're able to get a house, whether it has a pole building or a shop or not, I'm hoping to either build one or have one. And I want to have a dedicated spot just for us to do videos and lives and stuff, just for that. And that may even be like a showroom because I have a whole bunch of memorabilia like Marilyn Monroe, Betty Boop, 50s type stuff, drag racing memorabilia. So I wasn't. Yeah, it's hey, we all got stuff to do. I get it. If you got a dip, that's fine. I totally get it. We have lives. Let's all be adults here. We all have lives. I mean that we have to tend to, things we have to do. Um, Sorry, I'm writing something down for this. I'm doing my SpaceX setup for the car for Sunday, and I'm having a live. So I'm I'm trying to multitask here. Um, yeah, I mean you got stuff to attend to. I mean, if you got a dip, that's fine. I just I wasn't sure if I offended anybody or not, but yeah, I mean the heat and the cold I can handle a little better uh, mentally wise, but the heat that's another story. So anyway, um, I'm just hanging with me here. I'm just rear tires. What should we do? Let me try 20. I'm gonna start with 24, and then left, right. I have to. put my preload in there yet. I have to go look in the back. Well, we're probably going to move camera shortly. I have to walk to the back of the car. I have to write down specs. All right. So, forget what I was going to say now. It'll come to me. Hang in there, guys. My brain, everybody else has high-speed dial-up. My brain, high-speed internet. I'm still on dial-up, you know, AOL, where it makes the funny noise. It's how my brain is just, seems like it's lagging today. So, what I'm going to do, let me put my pen here in the book. I'll show you the book. And so I'm having storms. Hopefully get some cover there. Some of these storms can be pretty bad. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to walk to the back of the car here. The door kind of blew closed on me here. But yeah, there's some of it. They were saying about, I'm trying to get you some shots of the car. I can't do all at once because it's just with everything going on. So, well, at least it's not raining terribly here. All right. I don't remember. Oh, figures, yeah. It is locked. So now I got to go back to the front. We still have to clear stuff out of the trailer, so you see a lot of junk around the car. That's all getting cleared out within the next probably day or two. It's in here because they want rain and these heavy storms coming through. So it's in here for now, so it doesn't get wet, but it just makes my life a little more difficult. Yay, got the keys. So, but we'll figure out how to make it work. So now we have the keys. So now I can go. Whoa, there went my, whoa, almost took off there. I feel the wind picking up. Maybe it's across the street. They have a cardboard plant across the field from me, and they use steam to heat the rolls, to heat the paper, to make the corrugated cardboard. And sometimes when that steam lets out, it sounds like the wind, but it's the steam, so bear with me. All right. Yeah, in Florida, yeah, my aunt lives down there, and they get that's pretty much the idea. You got to go, you know, hour by hour, minute by minute, to see what the weather's doing. So I'm gonna set you guys up here. Let me see. I'm trying to have footing here. All right, let's say, all right, I gotta, yeah. You remember, she won't, unfortunately. She has, let me raise you guys up here a little bit. Unfortunately, she has really bad Alzheimer's. I talked to my mom the other day. Unfortunately, it's not good. I'm actually, I live in New York. I haven't seen, with the way my map is, I don't get to see weather up in New York. I always, I guess it's just my ignorance. I always think, oh, New York has snow all the time. Like year round, all you guys do is snowmobile. And it's like, that's how like ignorant I am. But I would imagine you guys probably get yes, very good, Jess, very good. Yeah, it is in Lakeland. But I imagine New York, I mean, you guys get hit sometimes with some pretty intense weather up there, like rain-wise and stuff. All right, just hang with me. I'm writing down. I think I'm going to cut everything here 10 to 12. I think we'll do 11 on the right. I have a range of where I want my setup for my rear suspension, like 5 to 7, 10 to 12. So I actually have it here 6 and 11. I'm going to cut it right in the middle. So we're going to keep that in the middle. I think that's it for now. For back here. So I'm gonna put my pen back here. Now put that in there. I'm gonna put the key in my other pocket so it doesn't get messed up with my truck keys. And then I'm gonna grab this, grab my logbook, and then tonight, once I'm sitting down, long after this live is done, before bed, I'm probably gonna pour over these notes to see if there's anything I can make better or change better, whatever. It's just my OCD. It's like I make a decision to do something and then I obsess about it, when really I made the decision to leave it the hell alone. But unfortunately, I'm always obsessing about it. I don't know why. But anyway, we got plenty of fuel now. I got this one last week, so this is full. Just got this tonight, so they're both 5-gallon jugs. A bird said that I sang really well last night. That bird is tone deaf. That bird is tone deaf. Yes, was at Jay's, and we were having a good time. And I don't know what happened. I was not drinking. I was drinking. I was like, everybody else was drinking. I was like 3 Coca-Colas deep in this thing. And for some reason, I grabbed the mic. And the rest may be history. I don't know. But it was a good time. I don't know if I don't know about that. I was, my voice by the night was pretty much shot because we were doing Bada Wida Baba or whatever the hell it is that Kid Rock does. And my voice was already from like going, ah, where he screams. And yeah, so I tried to do Chris Young, Young Love Saturday Night. I guess it turned out okay, but to me, I thought I could have done a little better, but my voice was already shot. So we'll get some green tea and honey and we'll be all right. But the best part about the whole night, first of all, I don't know if Jeff or Justin are on here or anybody that knows them. But first of all, I want to thank Lauren and Jeff for having their hospitality, for having us over, my family and I having us over for their deal there. And everybody seemed like they had a good time. You know what? Carrie's toe. I forgot to get a picture of that, and I said I was going to get a picture because a guy that is going to help me out this year with the whole racing thing that I work with, he's a tattoo artist. So we're always busting on each other about funny or ironic things. And I told Carrie I wanted to get a picture of that tattoo on her toe because it was so hilarious. But I never did, with just everything going on, and then the karaoke thing just came out of nowhere and I lost track. But anyway, I'm gonna tell this story, make everybody laugh, you know. So I'm at the other end, I'm just sitting in the pool. I'm kind of thinking in my head about Sunday and other things going on, kind of not zoning out, but I'm kind of relaxing, getting in like a relaxed zone kind of deal. And I'm just sitting there, and Carrie comes over. So I'm just saying, you know, because she was up at the York State Fair with the event they had there, and we had come up a couple days. Yes, story time! I gotta tell these stories because if I don't tell them, I'll forget. And when I'm old and senile, I won't remember the stupid shit I did. So now it'll be on, camera. So anyway, we helped up at York. So got to talk with Carrie up there. So fast forward to last night. So she comes over. She swims over. She says, we're just talking. And she turns to me. She goes, "You want to see my camel toe?" I'm like, I didn't realize our friendship was on that level, but all right, let's see what happens, right? So she sticks her foot up, and here I think it's her. Is it her left big toe? She has a tattoo of a little camel on her toe. It's her camel toe. I was dying. So, so I was like, oh my God, I was laughing. It was the funniest thing ever. She said the tattoo artist, when she got it done in 2023, the tattoo artist said it was the dumbest thing. It was going to be an epic fail. And I said, I don't see how, because that's a hell of a conversation starter right there. It's having a camel tattooed on your big toe, and you start off, when you want to see my camel toe, but, yeah, I thought I was the only one, Jeff. So yeah, but the most important thing, and I hope Carrie feels better. I think something happened with her leg and her knee. I don't know if she fell or something. I didn't see it. I know she was, she didn't seem like it last night during karaoke, but hopefully she's not in a lot of pain. I know she went with Lauren this morning to an event, so maybe she wasn't feeling all that bad, but hopefully she feels better and feels good for Saturday. So anyway, yeah. But no, I mean, it was a good time. It seemed like everything went smoothly. Again, I want to thank Justin and Lauren for their hospitality and having us over there. Jeff, as usual, was good seeing you. Always like seeing Jeff there. Always a good time, because another Motorhead. I mean, come on, really? And I know he had a question about, he was showing me a video about a really bad nitro explosion on a video he saw of on a drag race. I guess this track was somewhere down south. Jeff probably told me. I forgot, and with everything going on, my ADHD kicks in, and I apologize. I try to listen. My ADHD kicks in, and all bets are off. But it was cool. Got to talk with him about that whole deal and explain some stuff. Not saying I'm a know-it-all by no stretch of imagination, but it's kind of cool to kind of help give people insight. He was asking what caused. Okay, yeah, Marvin Blaney in Ohio. So what it was? Story time. Hey, I got squirrels. I'm a nut. Hey, I got squirrels in my yard, okay? So that's why I got to learn to run, because them little effers come out. They're kind of grabby. I swear. I got to get in the house, because if them little squirrels get a hold of me, I'm going to be stuck in a tree for who knows how long. So I just was explaining the way nitrous works. And I know a lot of people have been after me, not on here, but in the past, were asking why I don't run nitrous on my car. I mean, I will give nitrous oxide this credit for what you pay for a nitrous system and the performance you get out of it. It is the best bang for the buck. I'm not going to lie. However, it is very, very, very finicky. It's an unstable substance. To remember that. And if you're not 100 on it, it will burn you bad quickly. I've seen 2 people within a matter of seconds get 3rd-degree burns and have to get skin grafts and stuff like that. I've seen it destroy race cars. I've seen it. I've seen it. Honestly, it scares me too much, because with stuff I have going on and the fact, like I know I have ADHD, so I have attention problems, and it would only be a matter of time before I would end up in a burn unit. So that's why I don't run it. Um, I'll go through the whole nitrous thing to help explain what Jeff was talking about with this explosion. So basically, nitrous oxide is N2O. So it's two atoms of nitrogen for one atom of oxygen. So what does that mean? So basically, nitrogen is where you get uh, um, nitrogen is what makes the power. So when you have an internal, you only run nitrous, as far as I know. You can do it on a diesel truck, but most of the time in a race application, it's on a gasoline engine. So on a gasoline engine, you introduce nitrogen and makes power, more power, a lot more power. The problem is your combustion chambers spike, your temperatures spike really, really hot. So the job of the oxygen that's in nitrous oxide, oxygen actually cools your combustion temperatures down. However, when you see there was a video on Engine Masters. They took a stock 305 and they want a cubic inch motor, and they kept going more and more and more nitrous till eventually the thing melted. So that's basically what happens. Oh my God. We're not even going to get on my dance moves. Please, oh please. I'm surprised I can walk today. So anyway, a nitrous engine, lots of times are purpose built. You have to change your end ring gaps. You have to change cam profiles, timing, a whole bunch of stuff because of the fact that the temperatures rise so quickly when you put nitrous into the combustion chamber. So basically, a stock engine like this engine here, I could probably get away with about 125, 150 shot of nitrous without really any major damage. Over time, yes, it will wear the engine out sooner. Yes, but anyway, this video they show this. And it actually, I think they got up to, they shot 275 horsepower shot of nitrous into this stock junkyard motor. And you literally melted the piston to the point where the top of the piston came out and there was metal coming out the exhaust, like hot molten metal coming out because the temperature rose so much. And here what happened, which again, my previous comment about ring end gap, is actually more with nitrous, because that ring, when it gets hot, it's going to come around and it's going to want to make a complete circle. So what happened, it got so hot it made a complete circle, and then it started literally strangulating the top of the piston to where it actually cut the piston top off and melted it, and that's what was coming out the exhaust. So yes, nitrous is a scary thing. If you're one of those people, you're very meticulous and you're very detailed, you know, I would say, hey, I would be okay. Yes. So, and that's what happens. The tension of the springs, the way that heat affected it, it actually it choked the top of the piston to the point where the head came off, and that's what was melting. So yeah. So that being said, you also have to run a lot of fuel if you're going to run nitrous, also to help cool it down as well. And the video that Jeff, you showed me, and the fact that I saw a blower belt, yes, exactly. So basically the video, from what I saw that Jeff showed, was, and the blower belt came off as well because this was a supercharged engine. So what had happened was, for some reason, when he hit it off the line, and they run two fuel pumps and two magnetos, two distributors, if you will, for lack of a better term, on those engines. So what I believe what looked like happened to me when he hit it, it somehow it threw the supercharger belt. When that happened, it also, the fuel pumps are belt driven also on those cars. I forgot about to tell Jeff about this. The fuel pumps on those cars are also belt driven. So what I'm thinking what happened when that blower belt jettisoned out of the top of the motor, I think it knocked off or either cut the fuel pump drive, so which caused an extremely lean condition. And then the pressure change from the supercharger now going closed caused it to backfire up in the intake, and that's what caused the explosion. And the fact that they're pumping so much fuel made that fire grow as quick as it did, because now you're feeding raw fuel right into this fire. And I believe that's could have been what had happened in that particular situation. It was just, it took that little bit of that supercharger belt coming off, and I bet you it knocked off kind of like this. Yeah, I mean it's all related. You're dealing with vacuum, you're dealing with pressures. As long as an internal combustion engine is creating vacuum, that's by the pistons going up and down in the cylinders, it creates a vacuum. As long as that vacuum is there, that flame and fire is going to stay where you want it. You want it inside the cylinder. So as long as the vacuum's good, you're good. When you have a supercharged engine and you're dealing with pressures and other things, that pressure wasn't there. So therefore the vacuum dissipated. It wasn't there for a split second. And when you're dumping all that kind of fire from the ignition system and fuel, all you need is that split second for that flame to come up, and it's catastrophic. I mean, it like I said, with nitrous, it's very, you got to have the details. And unfortunately for Blaney, some freak thing happened. Maybe a bracket broke, maybe a bolt came loose and that belt shifted, and that's what made the belt come off the motor. I don't know. Unfortunately, it happened. Hopefully he's able to recover from his injuries and be able to get, whether he's going to return to racing, that's up to him. I've seen stuff like that make people go into retirement. His wife was really big boom, exactly. And his wife looked pretty shaken up about it. So that's a discussion that they're going to have, and that's a decision they're going to have to make together, whether he continues or the other issue too is there's sponsors, there's contracts and other things that are involved in that decision. So it's the whole deal. Is he going to return? Are they going to get another driver to finish off the driving and fulfill the obligations to sponsors and other things? I don't know. But that would be something to keep an eye on and monitor in the next few days, weeks, what they decide to do there with that. And it's a very unfortunate thing that happened. I hate to see stuff like that happen. Because I know if it was me, it would be, it would really shake me up. I know that would get my attention. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame if he lost fingers. So that might negate the whole, if he's able to get back. He may even just be able to get back maybe in like an ownership role or a managing role or whatever. Personally, if it was me, I would get a young driver in there. Start people out now scouting for somebody who could drive a pro mod car, who doesn't have the fear and stuff. That would be my problem. If it happened to me, I would have a really hard time. If something ever happened in here, I'd have a really hard time getting back behind the wheel because of the fact of just, you get that fear, you get the different things. I had stuff happen before COVID with the old motor. Unfortunately, that's a head thing I'm dealing with right now. And it was nothing catastrophic. It's just I'm fighting myself right now. So that makes uh, it makes it more important for me to get back out there, but at the same time, it makes it a little harder for me to get back out there. So I'm kind of having this internal struggle within myself. But I really like to go. The plan is to go Sunday. Um, to to go, and we'll see how we do. I mean, I have 10 gallons of race fuel now, and a couple other things. Yeah, it's true, Jeff. We're not 20. I know when I was in my 20s and I was running this car, I was down. I was either at Maple Grove Raceway, or I was at Island Dragway in New Jersey. I was out there running, and I was running hard. Now, uh, 51, trying to get back out there. Uh, and even though this is a completely new motor that I built with the help of Tom Goldman and a couple other people, um, you still have the whole memories of the crap from before. So trying to get that out of my head, trying to make it that when I show up Sunday at the track, that I'm mentally good, I'm ready to go, and I would hope. I mean, for me, successful Sunday would be, hey, if I get there, I make, get my 2 qualifiers in, even if I only beat one person. If I make it past first round, I'm happy. If I make it past first round and I go further, great. If I don't, hey, if the car ain't broken, it's not bleeding oil out somewhere, and nobody's hurt, and I beat at least one person, that's a great day at the track for me. If I go further, that'd be awesome too. I'm kind of hoping, to go further than that, but if I can have it where I'm at least better than one person, that's okay too. But we're gonna see how that goes. I don't want to set unrealistic goals, because then you get frustrated. So my whole thing, Sunday, if hopefully if I'm able to go, would be make my 2 qualifiers, and if I at least make it past first round, that I'm okay with that. I can rest easy with that. Um, the way she sounds like she's gonna run here lately, if it was up to the car, we'd probably at least make it to the semis. Yes, to get to what you love to do is a milestone. Yes, I never thought it would be this hard. When I was in like my late 20s and early 30s, you'd see these guys coming out with their cars. Oh, it was how long ago, and then they're just getting back at it, and you're like, well, we had family, this and that. And I used to think I would never do that. I'd be racing the whole time, and that's just my ignorance at that time in my life. Because now it seems like that's what's happened to me. Not saying it's a bad thing, it's not, but I never appreciated those people who did that until now, because of now going through it myself. Just um, the struggle. Not so, I mean, yeah, has it been a struggle to get this car prep? You bet your ass it's been. I mean, I've never been so challenged in the last year. Well, no, not years, probably like 10 months, 9, 10 months, to have this car the way it's sitting right now and ready to go as I have the last 10 months. I've been such a struggle uh, mechanically. It's it it's a tough thing. The adrenaline rush is cool, Jess. Yeah, I miss the people more than anything that I used to race with. There used to be a group of us who went. There used to be people that I could I guess they call bench race with. I don't even know if that's a term anymore. A lot of those people have moved on. Some of those people are no longer with us. So even more, and the people that are here are a lot older, you know, that have helped me with this car. Um, I know Tom Goldman, he's getting older. I mean, he's still running super gas. God bless him. He's running down there in 9 seconds, 165 mile an hour with his old wrinkly ass on fire half the time. God bless him. You know, he's still doing it. And the unfortunately, a high school friend of mine who helped me with this car, the red paint on here, he sprayed. I did the stripes, but he sprayed the original color red paint on this car. He committed suicide about a year and a half ago. He was heavily into drugs. I think that had something to deal with it. So I was going to repaint the car. It was too much of a it's too much of a mental struggle yet. So the car is going to stay this color for at least another year yet, and we'll see what happens. But he also did chassis work on this car, and to this day that still worked really well. So there's other people that I used to talk with at the truck who are, you know, no longer with us because, you know, it's been how long. So I mean, that I miss that. I think I miss the camaraderie. I miss the people that I used to be able to check in with on week to week, that are no longer there. So basically now, when I show up, I'm the old guy. You know, I'm not the 30-year-old kid going through a divorce who's just trying to find his way to do better at drag racing. You know, now I'm the 51-year-old father of two, you know, with a wife, and just trying to see how I can get back into my groove, if you will. So it's a shift. It's going to be interesting to see. Um, yeah, I thought about that. Um, there's a lot of things. I think um, I'll have to figure out something to do. The uh, We'll see. I have something in place. If I do start having nervous or some mental stuff, I'm going to take ashwagandha with in case I need it. Um, I think the big thing I'm just going to do is just try and just focus on what I'm doing. You know, despite the ADHD and other messed up mental shit I battle on the daily, I think I'm just going to focus on what I'm going to do, what I need to do, focus on making sure that I have the car set up, and just really work on having enjoying it. I think the worst thing that happened to me is I helped with that dragster team for 2 years. And I think working with that particular team, um, ran it like a business. We did well. We won money, blah, blah, blah. But he ran it like a business. And I think somewhere during that span of time, it wasn't fun anymore. And I know my wife has mentioned to me before that I have to. No one else can do it. I have to change. And I have to figure out how I can make it fun. And so that's something I want to. That might not happen Sunday. It might happen on another day. I'm trying to see if I can go a couple more times yet this year. And that's something I got to work on myself to do. And yeah, but we'll see how Sunday goes. I have to look at my camera situation to see. I'm going to do a live of something. I just don't know what yet, because I also need to do video for my actual channel, to do video to post on my videos, but then also I want to do a live for you guys, so you can kind of see what's going on, how we're making out, and then I may do a wrap up live, just how we did, what happened, is there any carnage, how did the car work, am I still got stuff between my ears, that kind of thing. So I may do something like that. It's just trying to stitch it all together so it all makes sense. So, but I think we may be getting some rain. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close the trailer up, make sure everything's all good. I'm going to make my checklist of stuff I need to do yet. But hey, I got my logbook. I got my setup figured out for the car. So that way, Sunday when I get to the track, I can set it all up. After I get teched in, we set up the car, and then, hey, we get ready. Honestly, to answer your question about something else, no. I'm born with this love of cars. I'm given this curse of the love of racing. And I'm located in Allentown, PA, Kim. My dad raced. And that's another subject I know we've talked about before in our lives of here. That's something else I'm dealing with. So he gave me my love of cars. I took it past to go to school to learn to be a mechanic. So basically, I like cars. I always tried to have at least one nice car. I always had to have a car that maybe wasn't the fastest, but was faster than something that was a daily. So I get that from my family. My mom's like that too. So I got that genetically from there. At my dad's not so much nudging, but suggesting. I started going to Maple Grove when I was 16 years old. I had a turbo Buick that I drag raced, and I did that for a while. And then a couple of years later, I bought this car. This has always been my race car, has always been that way. So as far as finding some other hobby or interest, no, I'm sorry. Right. It's cool. What I like about the whole drag racing thing, it's a short period of time. I'm in control. In other words, when I'm in that seat, I can drive with my ass. In other words, if I feel something in the seat that ain't right, and you can feel or hear, use your senses, I'll get out of the groove and shut it down. No questions asked. So it's like being on the edge and getting an adrenaline rush, but you're not 100% out of control. To a point, you're in control. So that's kind of how I like it. It's just that's how I'm built. I'll probably drag race till I can't do it anymore, whether physically or whatever. Like I said, I had the car since '97. I've been flat broke, and I've been able to hold on to the car. I've had where I just didn't have enough time. I was working so much. I still have the car. I mean, we've been through how much, we've been through a divorce, how many crazy ex-girlfriends and shit. It's still here. So, as far as walking away from drag racing, I don't think that's something I'm gonna be able to walk away from without some, a lot of soul searching. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just a long way answering your question. I hope that wasn't too weird, but yeah, has been my love for how many years. I don't think I can walk away from it anytime soon. But it has its challenges. I just never thought with the years that I'm racing, I would say this has been the most challenging. No, he does not. My son, um, he likes the idea of cool cars. He's more of a like with baseball. He does good with drums and stuff, so that's how he's wired. That seems like what he likes. So I'm not gonna shoehorn him into a car and make him like racing and make him do it. No, it's gonna be his decision what he wants to do. If he wants to pursue drag racing one day, that's great. You know what? Either throw him in this car or I'll build him one. Whatever. You know. If if um if he decides to pursue baseball or if he wants to get into music or whatever, um, I don't know a lot about it. I'm going to be honest. I'm very ignorant in that, very naive, but I will do what I can to support him if he decides that's the path he goes in. But I mean, people who race and their sons and like their second generations into it, I mean, great. I mean, it's that's an awesome thing to have that. I don't think I'm going to have that. I think pretty much when I'm done, it's done. Is pretty much going to be how that is. Um, but you never know. You know, things could change. He's 11, so things could change. So we'll see how that all goes. But I'm not gonna force any of my kids to do something that I do simply because I do it. I think it should be their choice. Um, uh, Junior dragsters, the cost of those, they're getting up there. Like they might even be past 10 grand. I remember when they first started junior dragsters. I mean, you could get a setup for like 2 grand. Like you're ready to race like that weekend. Now it has evolved almost. They're almost as technical as the big cars. So I mean, a dragster, a decent one that you're going to actually be competitive, um, is you're looking at 10 grand. You know, and so that's a lot of commitment to put out front. For it might not even be a thing. So I have mentioned about junior dragsters to my kids in the past. We went to the track and watched them. They thought they were cool. But that's pretty much where it ended. And I wasn't going to push the issue. I figured, hey, if it's something they wanted to do, they'd be bending my ear about it, and they're not. So I'm not going to push it. Um, that's not to say down the road when they're of driving age and they're like, hey, I want to get into it. Then we can have that talk and decide, whether they're going to go right into a big car or do they want to do juniors? I don't know. So, right. That could be Jess. I mean, I learned how to paint by just doing it, reading articles and following people on YouTube and reading books and stuff and talking with other painters and just getting out there and screwing it up. I mean, I painted the roof of my Corvette 8 times till I got it right, and that's how I learned. And you learn from your mistakes. So, yeah, I mean, he thinks he likes when I paint. He likes what I come up with some of the designs and stuff. He likes that, so maybe that's something it is, or maybe he'll be involved in who knows what kind of creative ways are out there that he could do something with, with either music and cars, kind of like ZZ Top. I mean, they do car customization and they're in music. So I'm just gonna close up the trailer here. So you never know. You never know where things are gonna turn and lead to. But I don't want to force anything on my kids because I do it. I heard that nightmare so many times from other people, and you can see the kids are not happy. It's like, dude, what are you doing to your kid? That's let them decide what their interests are. Let them decide what they want to do. And that's kind of going to be my take. So But yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to head in here because I gotta hit the road soon. I gotta go meet up with the wife and the kids at a function. So I said I was gonna be there, and I have to roll to somewhere in Quakertown. I have to look up the address and see how long it's gonna take me to get there. So I want to make sure I have enough time to boogie down there. So I just want to do a live. Like I said, I wanted to go over the car. Like I said, I got more race fuel. So now I have 10 gallons total of race fuel. So that should be more than enough for Sunday. I wanted to get it set up, figured out, which we did. In fact, I'm gonna maybe if I can here. Let me get knocking everything over. So as you can see here, I have written what I'm gonna have here. So the airbags are for the rear suspension. So I put preload on one side to make up for the engine when it torques over. So I have my preload here, tire pressures here, front and rear, and just my different other specs of the car with the timing, my shock settings, gear ratios, stuff like that. So that's going to be my setup for Sunday, and we're going to make a pass with it, and we're going to see if she goes or blows. Hopefully we go, and hopefully we have a good time. So anyway, I'm gonna back on out of here, and see what and do that. So, but all right, guys, thanks for checking in. I appreciate you guys. I really do. It really helps me keep going here. I know I've been struggling with getting some lives consistently, but unfortunately, like I said at the beginning, I have a lot going on, which is no excuse, but I'll try and see what I can do. So, all right, guys. Again, I'm going to end it as I always do. Watch out for each other. Take care of each other. We'll see you next time right here on Big E's. Bye for now, guys.